All right, man. Look like New York City's new mayor was Eric Adams. It's now clearing the way for Kyrie Irving to play home games. Now, I mean, this come a little bit later than it should come. A lot of people are starting to call BS because other opponents can come to New York City who wasn't vaccinated and play. Right, and a lot of people, kind of didn't really um like that Kyrie couldn't go into the locker room, and when they played in Brooklyn, they got fined 50,000 for him coming to the locker room. And then on top of all of that, you know, he would be in the locker room if the next night or the next couple of days if they was on the road. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it just didn't make sense, and a lot of it seemed truly hypocritical. If the rule should be for everybody, visitors, opponents. So at least it should have been a rule for everybody. If you come to Brooklyn, you can't, like in Canada. If you ain't vaccinated, you can't come to Canada and play. So I think the rule should have been, what I'm saying, um, for everybody. That's what I thought. The rule should have been for everybody. So, um, but now you can play. I mean, I think a lot of these teams got around 10 or less games left anyway. So, I mean, and also Brooklyn can be in danger of missing the playoffs. They don't have Ben Simmons yet. Um, they don't have Ben Simmons yet. So, I mean, nothing that you can it's nothing that they can do about it. They just don't. I don't have think I have enough firepower without Ben. Ben does some things that he does some things that allow that just that allows them to be flexible, by guarding guys. They just without Ben, they don't have enough. A lot of people gonna make them the favorites, but if Ben, it's gonna be hard for him to miss 82 games and then come back and give you anything. So that's my thing about it, bro. It's just to the point where I just don't think they have enough firepower without Ben. So it's so funny that them and the Clippers added all these players, and then Kyrie wasn't healthy last year. James barely was healthy last year. So they don't build players like they used to, but they just don't have the depth. But um, it'll be interesting. With KD and Kyrie always got the chance, but I think Milwaukee gonna be a tough out. Um, I think Miami, despite that what went on there last night, I'll talk about that. They gonna be a tough out. Um, um, so when you look at them, they let me see, they eighth in the they eighth they eighth in the what in the East. Y'all remember the playoff games? So they got 73. So they got 9 games left. So and they lost to Memphis without Ja last night. So like I said before, I just don't see them having enough firepower, you know, to win this year without, just in general, even if Ben come back, unless he 100%. He said New York City COVID-19 vaccine mandate for athletes to be lifted Thursday. It says that says New York Mayor Eric Adams will lift the city's COVID-19 vaccine mandate on athletes Thursday, paving the way for Brooklyn Nets star Kyrie Irving to play at the Barclays Centers on Sunday, and for unvaccinated New York Yankees and Met players to play in their April home openers. Sources familiar with the situation told ESPN the rollback of the mandate that has applied to all private businesses in the city will cover professional athletes and performers. It will come on the heels of the discussion that had given hope to NBA and MLB teams that the long-awaited move would come to fruition. Adams, who was sworn in January 1st, has eased the city's COVID-19 policy since Tuesday. Basketball business, they have to wait until that layer of progress comes. The wait is not expected to be much longer. The Nets currently is eighth in the Eastern Conference and subject to the play-in tournament that begins April 12th. Would get back Irving, who has been kept out of their 35 home games this season. Irving turns 30 on Wednesday and is averaging 27.7 points in 19 games this season. His absence has dominated headlines about a mandate, though the approach of opening day and the Yankees home openers April 7th and the Mets April 15th ratchet up pressure with multiple unvaccinated players on both teams. Because the MLB has the lowest vaccination rate of the four major men's professional sports, baseball officials were working with mayor's office, according to sources, to push for updates to the mandate on vaccinated players on the road. Teams have been allowed to play against the Nets and New York Knicks and would have been eligible to participate against the Yankees and Mets as well, which made no sense. It made no sense. It didn't. So, Adams' announcement Thursday will take place 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at Citi Field. Actually been there before. Unvaccinated baseball players are expected to miss their games against the Toronto Blue Jays and the salary and service times that comes with them. After the league and union agreed that Canadian entry rules would preclude them from playing there. The Yankees played 10 games in Toronto this season, so they still got to go there. So, I mean, uh, before the accepted update to the mandate and vaccinated Yankees and Mets were not permitted to enter New York City club facilities, which included the clubhouse, training rooms, weight rooms, hitting the cages, outdoor playing fields, according to the memo from MLB Players Association earlier this week that was obtained by ESPN. During COVID-19 outbreak, uh, on the Nets in January, Irving stood firm in his decision not to receive the vaccine, telling reporters, quote, in terms of where I am in my life outside of this, I stay rooted in my decision, and that's just what it is. Rollback of former Mayor Bill D. Blasio policies by Adams have included April 4th lifting of mask mandates for children in daycare. While did not commit to further change, Adam hinted Tuesday at amendments to the policy will come soon. Quote, we're going to do it the right way. Adam said, quote, Tuesday, we're going to follow the science. We're going to make the right decision. And in New York, no matter what you do, this is 8.8 million people and 30 million opinions. So you're never going to satisfy New Yorkers. So you must go with logic in your heart and science. So, well, that's kind of what they did. Most of y'all know I'm from Detroit. That's what they did here, man. Like when it was, Rachel Whitmore, she started rolling stuff back, not all at once, but it was puzzling because if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. People still was illegally partying. Some people still was having some gyms open illegally, so it just didn't make no sense. All it was doing was crushing the economy. That's it. That's all it was doing was crushing the economy. So it made no sense to a lot of us. But um so it's good they can play, but it seemed like the Major League Baseball put the most pressure because is it really a shocker to anybody that out of the four major men's professional team sports that they had the lowest vaccination rate? No, it's not a shocker. So it was pressure on them, and the Yankees got a lot of pull, man. You know what I'm saying? They've been New York's most successful franchise. So, just with the history and Steinberger and everything he did in the past and stuff, they have the most influence. So of course, and the Mets, they have some history too. So yeah, of course they had some influence there. It seemed like baseball got this done. Baseball is pushing to have this done because it had so many players that weren't vaccinated, they couldn't even come to the facility. And then if the New York choose to move play in Jersey or something like that, or choose to play somewhere else, a lot of people are not gonna have they ain't gonna have no financial a lot of people gonna lose jobs, some people and stuff of that nature. They're gonna continue to hurt the economy in New York City. Oh yeah, it made a lot of sense and seemed like baseball is pushing even harder than Brooklyn was. But Brooklyn is the newest franchise and one of the newer franchises in New York, if not the newest one. I didn't really see them having enough pull. Now had this been the Knicks, maybe have a little pull, but Yankees are legendary. So it seemed like baseball was a very integral part of getting this done, and he kept his word. A lot of people were saying, well, He ain't did nothing yet. You know, when you talking about changing policies and changing laws and amending laws and altering laws, whatever, you just can't snap your finger and just get it done. It don't work that way. I know most of us been out of school for a while, but you just can't come in and undo something that somebody done. Even with Trump trying to come and undo everything that Obama done, that was his first term, and he really didn't really accomplish much, a lot. Because you got to understand the way law works. You got to pass through this, pass through legislation, got to pass through this, got everybody on the same accord. So, people kind of rush Eric Adams about making this happen. I knew it was going to take some time, and it took a push from Major League Baseball. So, you can't just snap your fingers and it get done. It don't work that way. No matter how much y'all want it to work that way, laws don't work that way. So policies don't work that way. So, then he would have changed it like, fastest and the outbreak would happen. Then it would have been on him. You gotta understand he has a responsibility, bro. He got a responsibility to his voters, he got a responsibility to our city, all that. But he made it happen. So no more complaining. Come Thursday. After he announced today, Kyrie can play. Mets and Yankees can play. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Check the NBA Talk playlist. Check the current news playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase change. Get notifications. We go live. Drop a video. Make a financial donation. Cash App $sign CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Check out the NBA and current news playlist. Financial and support the channel. Cash App $sign CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Want to find me on social media? Hit the link tree link. You find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor. Appreciate the love support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.